How to make pothos vines grow longer. Have you ever looked at your pothos and wished its vines would grow longer, fuller, and more beautiful? Pothos is naturally a trailing and climbing plant, so with the right conditions, it can produce long vines that cascade beautifully from a shelf, hanging basket, or tall planter. But if your vines seem to stop growing, produce very short sections, or simply don't get as long as you expected, there may be a few things limiting their growth. The good news is that encouraging longer pothos vines doesn't require complicated techniques. In this video, we'll look at how to help your pothos produce longer vines while keeping those vines healthy and attractive. Let's get started. Number 1. Give your pothos enough light. Light is one of the most important factors affecting vine growth. Pothos can survive in relatively low light, but surviving isn't the same as growing vigorously. When light is too low, growth may become slow and the spaces between leaves can become longer. The plant may produce fewer new leaves and take much longer to extend its vines. For stronger growth, place your pothos in bright, indirect light. A location near a bright window can work well. Avoid placing it where intense direct sunlight can scorch the leaves. Good light gives the plant the energy it needs to produce new leaves and extend its vines. Number 2. Keep the plant growing actively. Long vines come from continued new growth. If your pothos hasn't produced a new leaf for a long time, the vines won't become much longer. Look at the overall health of the plant. Are the leaves firm and healthy? Is the plant producing new growth? Are the roots healthy? If growth has slowed, fix the underlying problem first. A healthy plant will naturally have more opportunities to extend its vines. Number 3. Water consistently. Water is essential for new growth, but more water doesn't mean faster growth. Overwatering can damage the roots and eventually slow the entire plant. Allow the appropriate portion of the potting mix to dry before watering again. Then water thoroughly and allow excess water to drain away. Avoid keeping the soil constantly wet. At the same time, don't let the plant remain severely dry for long periods. Consistent watering helps maintain steady growth. Number 4. Use a well-draining potting mix. Healthy roots are the foundation of long vines. Pothos grows best when its roots have access to both moisture and oxygen. A loose, well-draining potting mix can help prevent water from staying around the roots for too long. Make sure the pot also has drainage holes. If the roots remain healthy, the plant has a much better chance of producing continuous new growth. Number 5. Provide appropriate nutrition. Pothos needs nutrients to produce leaves and extend its vines. During active growth, a balanced houseplant fertilizer can help provide those nutrients. Follow the recommended dilution and frequency on the fertilizer label. More fertilizer does not mean longer vines. Over-fertilizing can cause salt buildup in the soil and damage the roots. Use fertilizer as a supplement to good light, watering, and root care, not as a shortcut. Number 6. Don't keep your pothos in a tiny pot forever. A pothos doesn't need a huge container, but if the roots completely fill the pot and become severely crowded, growth may slow. Check the root system when appropriate. If the plant is clearly root-bound and the pot is no longer providing enough room, repot it into a slightly larger container. Avoid jumping into a very large pot. Too much unused soil can hold excess moisture around the roots. A modest increase in pot size is usually more practical. Number 7. Let the vines trail. If you want long vines, give them room to grow. Place the plant somewhere where the vines can hang naturally. A shelf, hanging basket, or elevated planter can work well. When the vines have space to grow downward, you can easily see their progress. Avoid constantly moving or rearranging them. Once the plant finds a comfortable position with good light, allow the vines to develop. 8. Rotate the plant occasionally. If only one side of the pothos receives light, the vines may grow strongly in that direction. Rotating the plant occasionally can help distribute light more evenly. You don't need to turn it every day. A small adjustment from time to time is enough. This can help create a more balanced appearance as the vines become longer. 9. Give long vines enough support. As a pothos vine gets longer, it can become heavier. If the plant is trailing from a shelf or hanging basket, make sure the container is stable. For a very long vine, avoid letting it become tangled or sharply bent. Gentle curves are fine. The goal is to allow the vine to hang naturally without putting unnecessary stress on the stems. Number 10. Be patient with new vines. One of the most important things to understand is that long vines take time. Pothos doesn't suddenly produce a very long vine overnight. Each new leaf comes with another section of stem. As the plant continues producing leaves, the vine gradually becomes longer. If your plant is healthy but growing slowly, don't immediately assume something is wrong. Give it time and focus on consistent care. Mark 11. What if the vine is long but bare? Sometimes a pothos produces a long vine with large gaps between leaves. This can happen when the plant doesn't receive enough light. It may also happen naturally depending on the growth pattern. If you want a fuller-looking plant, long vines can be pruned and propagated to create new plants or encourage branching. However, if your goal is specifically longer vines, avoid excessive pruning of healthy growing tips. Let active growing points continue producing new leaves. 12. Keep the growing tips healthy. The growing tip is where new leaves and stem sections develop. Protect these growing points from damage. Avoid frequently moving, bending, or cutting them unless you're intentionally pruning. When the growing tips remain healthy and conditions are favorable, the vine can continue extending. This is one of the simplest ways to encourage length. A simple routine for longer pothos vines. If you want longer vines, keep the routine simple. First, provide bright, indirect light. Second, water when the plant needs it and avoid constantly wet soil. Third, use a loose, well-draining potting mix. Fourth, provide appropriate nutrients during active growth. Fifth, give the vines enough room to trail. And finally, protect the growing tips and give the plant time. You don't need a special product or complicated technique. Healthy, consistent growth is what creates long vines. Final thoughts. So, how do you make pothos vines grow longer? Focus on the basics. Give your pothos bright, indirect light, healthy roots, consistent watering, and appropriate nutrition. Use a well-draining potting mix and make sure the plant has enough room for its roots and vines to develop. Let the growing tips continue producing new leaves and give the vines space to trail naturally. Remember that long vines are the result of repeated new growth. Every new leaf adds another section to the vine. So instead of looking for a quick trick, create the conditions that allow your pothos to keep growing consistently. With patience and good care, those small vines can gradually become long, beautiful trails of healthy foliage. Thank you for watching Plants Every Day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more simple indoor plant care tips. Be sure to explore our Pothos Vines and Trailing playlist for more easy guides on growing longer, fuller, and more beautiful pothos vines. See you in the next video. Happy growing!